many of you well know, the old city of Charleston is located on a peninsula and is bounded on the east by the Cooper River and on the west by the Ashley. We are now in the Ashley River heading east toward Charleston's magnificent harbor, Fort Sumter, and the Atlantic Ocean. The Ashley was once known as the Kiowa River. It took its early name from the Kiowa Indian tribe, whose dugout canoes once navigated these waters centuries ago. The Cooper River originally was also named for an Indian tribe, the Anawan. In 1666, the English renamed this river the Ashley, and shortly thereafter, the Anawan was changed to the Cooper. Strangely enough, both rivers were named in honor of a single individual, Ashley Cooper, one of the English Lord Proprietors of the Carolinas and the Earl of Shaftesbury. In 1670, after a 7-month difficult voyage, a small ship named Carolina, with 93 brave English settlers aboard, sailed past this very spot, before landing 2 miles upstream to settle the province of Carolina. In centuries, was a center of great wealth, culture, and grace, the largest city in the South. Plantations were very prosperous, and planters made fortunes growing rice, cotton, indigo, and tobacco, principally for English markets. The planters enjoyed beautiful homes in the city, as well as plantation estates in the countryside.
Typical waterfront Charleston mansion. These homes range from 1 to 8 million, our guide yesterday, our carriage tour told us. And it's not hard to see why. Not knowing whether that's an old house or not, because all the old homes are built, all the new homes rather, are built to look old. And they succeed admirably. Not too shabby, eh? Wait till we get around to the other side.
Departure time from the port will be 1:35. Spare Charleston.
These are Rodman cannon, apparently good for 3.5 miles. They weigh 50,000 pounds each.
We're still on Fort Sumter. So peaceful and beautiful, and the day is gorgeous, and the birds are fun.
The pond, moved the earth up here. You have a big Victorian gardener sitting on top of it. And that mound is sitting on top of the original carriage turnaround, the main drive came straight up there. The pond, before they enlarged it, was nothing more than a drainage ditch for the rice fields. And the foundations on the side, these were two-story brick flanker buildings connecting to the main building by a low, curving brick wall. The building on the left would have been the kitchen. It was severely damaged in a hurricane in 1893 and became necessary to have it dismantled. The foundation on the other side still remains a mystery. It might have been a wash house or a sewing house. It could have been an office. It might have been gentlemen's guest quarters. We're not entirely sure. The only thing we know for sure, it was destroyed in the earthquake in 1886. The well is late 19th century, and the big live oak directly ahead of us, that tree is 9 feet in diameter at the base, and it's somewhere between 250 and 300 years old. The little brick record, only 2 stand today. Now, I mentioned photographs and drawings. If you haven't seen them already, over there at the gift shop on the porch, you'll find a couple of photograph albums.
It's Tuesday of our trip. I think the date is October 3rd. I could be wrong. This is Drayton Hall, which was built originally pre-revolution and changed, fixed up, added on to a little bit, of course, over the years. Very interesting. We had an interesting guide who you saw just a minute ago. Today is the day that O.J. Simpson is going to, the verdict is coming down, so it's kind of an exciting day over and above just our trip. This was a very fascinating tour. A lot of history, a lot of good history. I'm absolutely wild about the Spanish moss, so I can't resist this shot. These little doves are in the Barbados Tropical Gardens section of Magnolia Plantation. And you can hear them. There's me taking a picture of another dove. Oh, what a pretty boy. What a pretty boy. Here they are again. Marty says this will fill the TV screen with beautiful color, and he's right. And there he is, speak of the devil. How you feeling, Mr. Marty?
Feeling better.
He's got a little cold. Okay, Peacock, you're on camera. Open up. Open up. Yes, sir. Let's see those feathers. Let's see those feathers. You look pretty mangy there, Peacock. okay. Don't waste too much. Itch, boy? You trying to scratch your itch? Yes, does that feel good? This is Magnolia Plantation. We'll be going on the tour at 2 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, the nature tram. The oldest gardens in the country. They were started in 16 something or other, and they're still in beautiful condition and planted well today. Right in front of the house is this topiary garden, which we'll take a closer look at in just a second. There's a deer, and I can't really make out all of the other animals too well, but they're very pretty. That looks like a swan or a dragon. So far, we've been very lucky with the weather. Hurricane Opal is coming, and it'll probably hit while we're in Hilton Head. But what can you do? Such is life on vacation. Today is Wednesday, October 4th. Happens to be Yom Kippur. I'm going to go down to the ocean in a little while and throw my sins into the Atlantic Ocean. Today's also the day after the verdict of O.J. Simpson, wherein he was declared not guilty, much to our dismay. But not surprise. These pictures are being taken from the crow's nest of the Marriott Inn, which is where we're staying on Hilton Head Island. Now, if the sky looks a little ominous, overcast, cloudy, if the trees seem to be blowing rather mightily, it's because Hurricane Opal is on the way. She's expected to make landfall fairly soon, already threatening the Florida Panhandle and definitely having an effect on our weather. This is a lovely setting, although, as you can hear and see, still under construction. Hilton Head is extremely built up, much more so than Marty or I expected. It's only 14 miles or so long and maybe 6 or 7 miles wide, maybe. And yet, it is so built up so much commercial activity and so much residential activity and so much resort activity. Not to be believed.
Who's up everything? More. No, he goes up for one day. I told Sandy when I retire.
Okay, is the crowd, you know, you got all your beers and stuff like that because they're ready to go. Okay, I like it. Linda. All right, Linda's got it. She's got her sunglasses on though for some reason. I don't know.
Could you just play right here in front of us?
Could you cut the post down?
Okay, a big hand for the good guys.
Ooh.
Big hand for bad girls.
Yay!
Okay, once again, it's no ad scoring. What that means is if it gets, instead of going like 15 love, 30 love, you just get 1 point, 2 points. It's the first team to get the 4. If it gets 3 all, we choose who returns. Is it 3 all?
We want old-fashioned returner, baby.
Yeah, you don't want none of us.
For motion.
How do you do that?
This thing in here tells us sports.
Monotone?
Sports.
Portrait? Sports. That's interesting. What does that do?
One, two.
Right down the middle. We're supposed to cover those middles.
Friday, October 6th, 1995. Here we are at Sun City, Hilton Head, Del Webb, Sun City. This was the raison d'etre of our trip, and it is looking like a beautiful place. Over to the right, oh, the sun is starting to come out. It's the first kind of cloudy day we've had. Is the model home village, which we're about to investigate. This is one of the, well, this is the sales office, but it'll give you an idea of the type of architecture that all of the recreational facilities will have. The grounds, of course, are beautifully, beautifully landscaped. There's somebody we know. Maybe this will be his...
4 years for retirement.
How many?
13.
13 more years until we can enjoy this kind of lifestyle. I'm looking...
Hilton Head, South Carolina. It's Ocean Beach Resort. Some of the lagoons, this thing is really beautiful in between the hotel. So many butterflies, it's amazing. If this isn't paradise, I do not know what paradise is. Lily pads. Beautiful tree angle. And some purple shrubbery.
Raise in Luzerne County history. A whopping 55%.
Is there filming?
Crossen voted no. At considerable taxpayers' expense, Phillips drives a county car, even for personal, non-official activities.
Two
Crossen
indoor
is a county
cats
vehicle. Phillips says one thing but does another. Look up the word
playing at Hunter.
Jim Phillips.
What they're so intent on watching are the birds at the bird feeder. There are also squirrels at the bird feeder. We're afraid they may try to actually catch a bird, but then on the other hand we know they won't because they have no idea what to do with it. They've been quite enamored all morning of watching the bird feeder and the birds and the squirrels. Interestingly enough, the birds haven't been scared away by them. I have a feeling the birds almost know that maybe they're squirrel-like creatures who don't know what the hell to do if they would catch a bird. Our bird feeder has been very successful this time. It's a new bird feeder. And we have lots and lots of birds visiting it. And right now, as we speak, the cats are on the deck. And as you see, it hasn't discouraged the birds. Here they come. Of course, this morning we woke up to find that the squirrels were wrapped around the bird feeder. They jumped from the deck railing onto the feeder and attached themselves. Here they are, eyeballing each other. Two pussycats and a squirrel. Is that a cutie bunny? Lift up your head, cutie bunny. Yes, you're a cutie. Good. He's a cute squirrel, but he's a very greedy squirrel. He's got an intent audience in Skylar and Winston, as you can see. Whoops. Some movement. What's going on, guys? Meantime, the birds have been banging into the glass door. Whoops. Frightened away by Marty, who's going out to blow leaves.
Can I get in the picture? Are you taking now?
Yes, I'm filming.
Oh,
and-
hello. How you doing?
Okay, tell us what day this is.
This is Thursday, December the 7th.
And what day is
Pearl
December?
Harbor Day.
Pearl Harbor Day.
Wow, you know, I forgot all about that.
Ah.
And we're going to take a little trip to Palm Beach to see the new, they have brought some sand in to refurbish the beach. They had no beach there for the last 40 years. So finally they're going to spend a few $1 million to refurbish the beach at Palm Beach. And all the millionaires will have a little beach now.
Lucky them.
Of course, they don't want nobody else to come and use it. But that's not their style.
Okay, I'm taking this from the screened-in porch overlooking the golf course at Golf's Edge, Mommy and Daddy's apartment.
Which we love dearly. Pretty here.
Okay. What did you call this earlier this morning? You said this was...
She wants your opinion of everything.
Well, that's what I want to see.
But you got to talk into the camera.
I forgot about that. But you have to tell me first what to do.
Okay.
I mean, you're a director. And let me see, what else?
If you go over this...
That's enough, that's enough, that's enough.
$6 million. And these cheap bastards that live in Palm Beach, it's like pulling teeth to get $6 million out of it. Wow, that's beautiful. No, this won't dissipate that fast. You know why? They make certain barriers so that the water shouldn't come up too high. See what they did? They raised the whole thing is about 3-4 feet higher than it used to be. That's some project. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a couple of blocks.
Amazing what man can do, huh? The new technology.
The thing is, they really didn't even want it.
No. Because it's going to bring in the hoi polloi.
Palm Beach.
Let me know when you're...
I'm shooting.
Oh, okay.
We're in Palm Beach, where the rich and rich live. The rich and richer.
The rich bitches, yes.
And we came down to see the new beach, which they, because of erosion, was very small, and now they brought in a lot of sand and they're fixing it up, and it's a very wide beach now. And it's a gorgeous day, not to be believed day. I don't know how much the temperature is in New York City, but
This is absolutely magnificent.
Temperature here is about 75, 78.
I think it's at least that, maybe more.
78 maybe.
And after this, we're going to go to a couple of museums. So we have a nice full day planned.
Right. Did you take the beach before?
Yes, I did the whole beach. It's
Oh.
a nice panoramic shot.
Okay, then I'm gonna...
Just press the red button and... Here we are at the Four Arts Museum. Everything is so beautiful in Palm Beach. Here are some of the gorgeous palm trees that I love and adore. They may be Washingtonians, like in Recessional by James Michener. A Florida Christmas tree. Is that something special? We're at the plant sale of the Society of the Four Arts, and it's very beautiful. Pre-Christmas.
I would just pour, once a week, I put some water in. Do you have a second little idea? Yeah.
I'm going to go under you now.
Yes, right here. Yes. This one. Now, those don't last.
Royal Palm Beach Boulevard. Heavy traffic. What can you expect? What a beautiful vista. And gorgeous palm trees.
Hello, hon.
Yes.
Make a suggestion.
More on Royal Palm Beach Road. You know, me and my fetish for palm trees.